Imagine waking up to the sound of nothing. No honking cars, no barking dogs, no screaming neighbors arguing about who left the garbage out. Just you, alone, on the entire planet. Now, before you start practicing your Oscar speech for best solitary performance, let's be clear, being the last person on Earth may sound like a dream come true, but it's not all Ferraris and free pizza. Survival becomes a little trickier when there's no one left to fix your Wi-Fi, process your grocery deliveries, or put out that fire you accidentally started trying to make toast. Go bananas, literally. So you are all alone. What's your first move? A dramatic rooftop monologue? Looting a mansion? Screaming into the void? Try heading to the produce aisle. That's right, fruits first. Specifically, the exotic ones. Your imported mangoes, bananas, pineapples, and anything that doesn't grow naturally in your region will disappear fast. Without supply chains, those tropical treats are a limited-time luxury. Eat them now, and savor every juicy bite like it's the last you'll ever have, because it probably is. Also, don't trust expiration dates anymore. Best before 2024 means nothing now. Use your senses. If it smells like a rotting alien, maybe skip it. Fuel your freedom before it expires. Your dream of joyriding across the country in a sports car may be short-lived. Fuel has a shelf life. Most gasoline starts to degrade after a year or two, even faster if exposed to air or moisture. That sweet convertible you've always wanted to hijack might be nothing more than an oversized paperweight in a couple of years. If you're smart, you'll siphon and store fuel early, properly sealed, stabilized, and kept away from sunlight. Just try not to blow yourself up. It's tough to bandage third-degree burns without hospitals. And as for flying that private jet you found at the airport, unless you're also a trained pilot, I'd stick to bicycles or roller skates. Maybe a unicycle if you're feeling whimsical. Home is where the heart is. With no one around, you've got your pick of real estate. Want a penthouse in Manhattan, a castle in Scotland, an igloo in Greenland? Be our guest. But before you move into a skyscraper with a view, consider this: cities without maintenance go feral fast. Crumbling buildings, broken windows, overgrown vegetation, mold infestations, and the occasional citywide fire caused by a single lightning strike. It's not the urban paradise you'd hoped for. You might want to retreat to the countryside. Build a modest shelter. Find a place far from collapsing infrastructure, flooding subways, and spontaneous fires. You'll quickly realize that a tent in the woods is more reliable than a luxury apartment with a 97th floor view and a broken elevator. Beware the beasties. You thought surviving without people was tough. Try surviving with everything else that's still alive. Without humans to keep the balance, animal populations will shift. Dogs, once man's best friend, might turn into packs of scavengers. Cats will embrace their inner lions. Bears will roam freely, and rats will thrive like they own the place. You're no longer the top of the food chain, your lunch waiting to happen. Defending yourself is essential. Guns might be handy early on, but ammo is finite. And unless you've got a bullet factory in your backyard, you're going old school. Bows, spears, traps, and maybe the occasional pointy stick. You'll need more than brute force, you'll need cunning, and possibly armor made from pots and pans. Nuclear oopsies. Let's talk about the glow-in-the-dark elephant in the room: nuclear power. There are over 400 nuclear reactors in the world. They are safe for now, but without engineers, technicians, or a steady supply of cooling water, they'll start failing. Automatic safety systems might keep them stable for a while, but eventually, meltdowns are inevitable. Whole regions could become radioactive wastelands. That charming French vineyard you were planning to move into might be glowing in the dark. Find yourself a safe spot, one far from nuclear facilities, chemical plants, or volcanoes. Remote mountain valleys or temperate forests are solid choices. Just double-check you're not building your cabin on top of a missile silo. Let's talk food again. At first, food won't be a huge problem. Every grocery store, supermarket, and convenience shop is your personal pantry. You'll find enough canned beans, freeze-dried noodles, and questionable pickles to last you years, if not decades. Frozen food? Sure, for a bit. But without electricity, freezers thaw, fridges spoil, and ice cream becomes soup. Eventually, you'll have to relearn the ancient art of not starving. Hunting, fishing, and foraging will be your daily routine. You'll miss Uber Eats, Growing your own vegetables sounds fun until you realize you don't know how to farm. Plus, watering your crops without a functioning plumbing system is another hurdle. Rainwater collection, hand-dug wells, and purification systems become your new best friends. Hope you like carrots. Water world. Water is life. And sadly, modern plumbing does not run on dreams and nostalgia. Without people to manage treatment plants and pumping stations, city water becomes a death wish. In the early days, you can rely on bottled water. There's literally billions of liters stored in warehouses, shops, and vending machines. But long-term, you'll need to channel your inner survivalist. Boil river water, collect rainwater, purify using charcoal filters, sand layers, and UV light. Yes, the sun counts. Learn how to spot signs of contamination. Avoid anything that looks like it could spawn a mutant frog. And yes, you can drink your pee if you absolutely have to, but maybe keep that as plan Z. Lights out, rain on. With no electricity, Netflix isn't happening. But don't panic, you have got millions of books to entertain and educate you. Want to learn how to build a wind turbine? There's a book for that. Want to make cheese from scratch? There's a book for that too. Want to build a flamethrower just for fun? Please don't. The point is, reading isn't just a pastime now. It's survival. You'll need to learn medicine, agriculture, mechanics, engineering, basic psychology, and probably how to stitch up a wound using dental floss. Don't worry about being lonely, you'll be too busy studying to notice. The mental game. Let's not sugarcoat it. Being the only human left is emotionally brutal. No one to talk to. No one to share memories with. No one to tell you that your hair looks like a bird's nest after 2 weeks in the wild. Loneliness messes with your brain. Over time, you might start talking to objects, naming your shadow, or giving motivational speeches to mannequins. Humans are social by design. We built societies, formed tribes, created art, danced around fires, and told each other ghost stories just to feel connected. Without that, you might survive, but will you really live? You'll need to invent new rituals, maybe a daily journal, maybe a pet goat. Maybe you start your own radio show, even if no one's listening. Your mind needs as much care as your body. Don't forget that. So would you want to survive? Here's the million-dollar question. If you could survive, should you? On paper, yes. You have got shelter, food, water, entertainment, and all the time in the world. You're the ruler of Earth. But we were not meant to be alone. Evolution didn't gift us language, emotions, and empathy so we could scream at squirrels for company. We are hardwired for connection, for jokes, for hugs, for bad karaoke nights. Sure, solitude can be peaceful, liberating, even enlightening. But long-term isolation erodes what makes us human. So if you do wake up one day as the last person on Earth, at least now you've got a solid survival plan and a whole lot of canned beans in your future. If you enjoyed this apocalyptic adventure, go ahead and smash that like and subscribe. Until next time, stay curious, stay weird, and please don't drink your pee unless you really have to.